Well, the race for the World Series crown is down to 8, and a capacity crowd is in postseason form as we get you ready for this one. It's Game 1 of the National League Division Series between the Chicago Cubs and the San Francisco Giants. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 San Francisco Giants.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, you know, a key guy for this ball club has been Jason Hayward. Does a lot of things right at the plate. Takes the simple approach, and it tends to pay off.
Johnny Cueto will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, he's not a lot of fun to face because he's got 5 pitches. As a hitter, you've got to worry about the ball coming in, moving away, the speed. He's a lot to handle when you're up at the plate.
And with that, let's take a look at the Giants lineup defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, one of the most entertaining players to watch in the outfield we'll have an opportunity to see in this one. Hunter Hence. He doesn't always look smooth, kind of gangly, sometimes even awkward, but he gets the job done and comes up with some fantastic plays.
Into the box is leadoff man Jason Hayward, and we are ready for baseball. And the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1, and we're underway from San Francisco.
First pitch, 105.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Cueto gets the sign, ready with the 1-1 pitch. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Blue skies forecasted this afternoon, 58 degrees here at first pitch. Lofted in the air out to right field. Hence moves over. 1 down. Chris Bryant will stand in, one of the heroes of the wild card game victory that got him into this division series.
Yeah, he had some pressure-filled at-bats in that ball game. He delivered in a big way.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. It's sharply toward third, but a quick glove at third, and there are 2 gone.
Batting third, first baseman number 44.
Anthony Rizzo gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike one. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
I think Lawrence is pretty consistent and respected for his strike zone. He doesn't seem to miss many pitches too often.
Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And now we'll see what the Giants can do. No score. And with that, a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup card for the Giants. What's going to be the key for him today, Steve?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Kyle Hendricks gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this former USD Torero, Chris Bryant, one of the best in the game offensively, doesn't get a lot of accolades for his defense, though. Can play any one of a number of positions, but really settling in comfortably at third base. He's got soft hands. He's got an excellent arm. Very rare for a guy at his size.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Swing and a liner. Foul. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Calling for it, Fowler. He's got it one away.
Batting second.
Into the box now, Joe Panik. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third.
And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs. Buster Posey gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Schwarber on the move. And that retires the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. After 1, no score. Kyle Schwarber makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
He's probably not going to throw too many first-pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
And he falls behind 0-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Kemp over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Settling in now, Brian Woodward, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. 1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Ground ball right side. Panic's able to get there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting sixth, center fielder number 24, Dexter Fowler.
Dexter Fowler into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And oh, look out! Up and in and nearly took his head off.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Batting seventh, second baseman,
Javier Baez will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Hunter Pence strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
right fielder, Hunter Pence.
Into the windup and the pitch. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
And here's a swing and a miss that time by Pence as he falls behind here. 0-2. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
right side. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
Never an easy play right there. Just trying to hit your pitcher in stride when you know it's going to be a close play at the bag. And this time the flip comes up just a little too late, and that's an infield single.
So here's Matt Kemp now. And there goes Pence.
0-1.
Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base.
Well, it's almost impossible to get the runner on a pitch in the dirt. And here, he's just making sure that this ball doesn't get by him to the backstop. So you see, he turns his glove over, gets big, and just tries to keep the ball in front of him, and he'll keep that runner from getting any further.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now, and Kemp fails to connect there as this is cut on and missed for the first out of the inning.
Batting 6. Third baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Matt Duffy. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, and you got to be careful that you don't go up there helping them out, especially if you get that feeling that they're trying to work around you.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Hunter scoops it up on to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting 7.
Brandon Crawford, the hitter now, with a chance to pick up that runner from second with 2 away.
And this could prove to be a huge at-bat in this game because you don't want to let these type of scoring opportunities slip away early.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled toward right center field. Fowler has a read on it, and the inning is over. 1 left for San Francisco. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Back now in San Francisco with our presentation of Major League Baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us. Benjamin Hunter is into the box as we are all set to begin the 3rd.
Benjamin Hunter.
Cueto's ready. First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah, that thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Standing in now, Kyle Hendricks. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. And he powers the cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, with the bases empty, that's the right spot for that 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
That's now 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning. And whatever he's throwing, it's working up there.
Jason Hayward digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Danny Santana digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Here's the first pitch to him. Grounded to the right. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
The pitcher, Johnny Cueto, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Cueto squares around to bunt, and he puts it down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
So here's Joe Mauer. Runner goes for third. Pitch inside. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Normally, when you see a guy steal third base, it's because he got a nice walking lead, really got out there nice and far. But here, he had almost no lead whatsoever when he made his break. Very fortunate to get away with that one.
Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. He'll run this down in foul territory, and here comes the runner from third. The runner from third crosses the plate, and they've taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, nobody's going to confuse this guy with Miguel Cabrera or Chris Davis, but with the runner on third, he doesn't have to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Just has to get one deep enough out there to deliver that run from third. That's nice going.
Joe Panik stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. In the air now, out to right field. Hayward has a read on it, and that ends the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Giants 1 and the Cubs 0. Leading off the inning, Chris Bryant, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And I'll tell you, being in a 2-strike hole is not the spot you want to be in against a guy like this.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Cueto into his motion. Here's the 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And this is where the scouting report really pays off. I mean, sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in the guy's zone, and they found one there.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Fastball, strike three called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Well, what's the best way to make sure that cleanup guy doesn't get to hit with runners on base? How about back-to-back strikeouts? That'll do the job.
Stepping in now, Kyle Schwarber. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. It remains 1-0. Buster Posey is set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning.
Catcher, Buster Posey.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a line drive, but foul. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will get foul for strike two. Now the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding off.
Down the third baseline. That gets through, and he'll start the inning off with a base hit.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's the right fielder, Hunter Pence. High in the air and deep to left center field. Back goes Fowler at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, you knew he was going to be halfway to the cycle one way or the other, and I don't think he got quite all of that one, but he still gave it a pretty good ride. And he's going to pull into second with his second base hit, and this one's a double.
So here's Matt Kemp now. Liner towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Boy, a nice job right there to time that leap perfectly and bring it down. If he doesn't, that's at least 1 run, maybe 2. So that's an ERA saver right there, and the pitcher should take this guy out to dinner.
Matt Duffy stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Yeah, but this time, if he can just put the ball on the ground again, he's going to have a good chance at an RBI because right now the infield's playing back.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward is there. Let's see if they test it. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out.
The shortstop, number 35.
2 men on, 2 out, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He's set. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. Hunter takes it in. Throw on to first, and the Giants will be turned away here as that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Brian Woodward will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. The pitch count there, 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The batter, number 24, center fielder Dexter Fowler.
Into the box, Dexter Fowler, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And we all know he's a much better hitter from the other side.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. In for a strike, it's 1-1. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Javier Baez will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Yeah, 1 pitch away now from getting through.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Cubs are down in order. They trail this one 1-0. Danny Santana comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Shot toward right center, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
Johnny Cueto did his job in his first at-bat, laying down a successful sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, and he's already shown that he can get the job done once, so I have to expect that he's going to try and lay down another one right here.
Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
Cueto squares around to bunt, and he puts it down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
So here's Joe Mauer. And now the runner's trying for third. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Yeah, and that's not always an easy play for a pitcher, especially when he has to barehand the ball. But luckily, he's got plenty of time out there, so he's able to set himself and then make a good, strong throw.
Here's Joe Panik. He'll pop this one fouled off to the left, and it's strike 1. Gets him out in front as this is hit in the air down the right field line. Hayward is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Giants leave one, but they're on top 1-0. Benjamin Hunter will get settled in here as the Cubs look to get it going in their half of the 6th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
This is hit high and deep out to left. Back goes Kemp. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Striding into the box, Kyle Hendricks. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Well, it's just game 1 of this series, but you almost have to wonder if they forgot to pack their offense when they got on the plane. It's been nowhere to be found so far.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Too high. 1-2.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now, I might anticipate another slider down in the zone. Maybe even in the dirt.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a great pitch on 1-2. You started in the zone, and hopefully you'll get that guy thinking he needs to protect. Turned out to be a good take.
Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. On the ground to the left side. And that's through for a base hit, and the no-hitter is gone.
Leave it to the pitcher to come up with their first hit. I think even he can't really believe it.
Jason Hayward will stand in, and Steve, with the no-hitter gone now, he's got to remind himself he's still got work to do out there.
Yeah, he sure does. This game is not over by any means. You've got to take any no-hitter thoughts and put those out of your mind and go back to focusing on the task at hand.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Kemp is there. And that's the second out of the inning.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Chris Bryant will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Bounce slowly back toward the mound. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Cubs strand 1. They still trail 1-0. Buster Posey will stride into the box as he'll get things started for the Giants in their half of the 6th.
Buster Posey.
First delivery to him on the way. Left side. Backhanded. And taken in out there for the first out.
The right fielder, number 8, Hunter Pence.
Digging in, Hunter Pence. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Lifted in the air out to right. Hayward waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Matt Kemp will dig in now. He struck out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats.
Yeah, he hit that ball pretty hard on the line out. He just couldn't get it to fall for him.
Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well,
meanwhile, this ball is into right center, and that ought to be good enough for extra bases. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
And the way their starter's throwing, another run here, that might be all they need. He's into scoring position now with a double.
And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Into the box now, Matt Duffy, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Takes this the other way to right. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
And you'd like to think that a 2-out single would score your guy from second, but this ball was just hit too hard, and he's forced to hold on at third base.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. One and one, here it is. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Schwarber sprinting after it. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Giants leave a couple. They lead it 1-0. Back here in San Francisco. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look there at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. Anthony Rizzo will stand in here to start the 7th. EK, it's been a pitching and defense afternoon all throughout.
Yeah, neither starter looking like he's ready to blink. Neither one of them looking all that tired just yet.
Cueto sets his sights. Here's the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1.
Getting that first pitch strike is so important against a guy like this. You have to be able to work ahead in the count and not let him dictate the at-bat.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
Swing and a little tapper. Posey gonna have to hurry. On to first, and a big out to start the 7th. 1 gone. Kyle Schwarber will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1.
You know, he's pitched a really nice ball game to this point, but this is a big moment for him. Getting through the heart of this order at this stage of his outing would be huge.
And he throws a cutter right by him to take control. 1-2. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
That changeup's been real effective for him so far. The guys have been falling behind in the count, so they're forced to protect. And this thing looks so good coming out of his hand that they just go ahead and chase after it.
Brian Woodward will come in now with 2 away. And to this point, at least, so much for having the 3-4-5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Well, I'll tell you, nothing comes easy when this guy's out there on the mound. Those are 2.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Danny Santana steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Santana will take the turn and head for second now. Around second, he'll try for third. And he is into third base with a triple. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
Well, I think this was going to be 2 bases for sure, but then all heck breaks loose getting it back in. He winds up taking 3rd on the throwing error.
Johnny Cueto will stand in with a golden chance here to help himself out with a runner at 3rd.
And he knows that this is a definite strikeout situation. So the big key here is, at the very least, find a pitch you can put in play.
First pitch on its way. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Oh, 1 count and the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit on the ground to short. And despite being down 0-2, he delivers anyway with a big base hit.
And that could turn out to be a very big insurance run right there. That makes this a 2-run game now. And the way their starter's pitching, he may not wind up even needing it. But at least it gives him a little bit of a cushion out there.
Here comes the Chicago skipper now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. He'll leave after 6 and at the very least kept his club in it to this point. Travis Wood will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out.
Travis Wood.
Joe Mauer will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Hunter retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for round number 1.
The second baseman, number 12,
Joe Panic steps in with 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good inning here so far, so we'll see if they can scratch another run across right here.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Bryant in foul ground, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
Buster Posey gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. from the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And now a slider in on the hands, and he's lucky that one didn't come and get him.
And even though that's not intentional, as a hitter, you still hate to see that ball up around your eyes.
Hit to third. They'll go to Baez at second for the force, and that ends the inning. 2 hits for the Giants lead to a run in the inning. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Giants lead it 2-0. Dexter Fowler comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at-bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. And now the second pitch of the inning will be his 100th of the ballgame. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame.
We keep talking about it. Be careful of signs of tiring, but that's 3 straight strikeouts for him. He's getting even more unhittable as this one goes along.
Here's Javier Baez. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike.
And for all the pitches he's thrown, only 1 walk so far. That's a little bit surprising.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. That's popped up out towards short right field. Mauer onto the grass. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, shortstop,
Benjamin Hunter will stand in as they're quickly down to their final 4 outs tonight.
And, Matt, they'd like nothing more than to ignite a 2-out rally right here. Maybe scratch at least 1 across before the 9th.
Out in front of it, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And he misses with it, 1-1.
But this is a spot where it helps to have a 2-seam fastball like that so you can work in on the right-handed hitters.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Lake making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Hunter Pence will start things out when we come back. It's the Giants 2 and the Cubs nothing. And there is Hunter Pence. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
right fielder.
Woods ready. First pitch on the way. Into the seats, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
This is line to left, and that's a base hit, so a chance for some important insurance here to kick off the bottom of the 8th.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Matt Kemp will dig in. He doubled his last time.
Well, he did a good job to go down and get one in his last at-bat, but I got to think he'll be looking for a pitch that he can drive right here.
Here comes the first pitch. On the move is Pence. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
And we'll give you an isolation look at this one from our camera down in the third base well. You'll see he's not looking back. This is a straight steal, and he's into second with no one out.
No one out with a runner at second. And it's quickly 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Hit on the ground toward the left. Bryant is up with it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Third baseman, number 5.
Matt Duffy takes his turn now, looking to add some insurance to their lead in the form of that run standing out at second base.
Yeah, a base hit right through the infield would probably do it, but you can bet those guys in the outfield are going to be coming up gunning if they get any chance at all.
And this is taken outside for ball 1. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1.
Yeah, just really jumping out at that last pitch. He had him thinking fastball, maybe even slider.
And the runner's breaking for third. On the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The shortstop, number 35.
So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and stepping in, the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Fowler. And that's the third out. 1 left for San Francisco as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Jorge Soler is going to be asked to try and be the rally starter as he's up off the bench, ready to lead it off in the 9th. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, right fielder,
Jason Hayward will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch, something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
1 out, nobody on. A good action on the 2-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
That thing's knee-high on the outside third of the plate. Pretty understandable why he couldn't catch up with that one.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Played on the backhand. Throw on to first gets him, and that means the Cubs are down to their final out now.
third baseman,
Chris Bryant will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
First offering on its way. Tap foul at home plate. 0-1, here it comes. Now a ball hit sharply toward third, and that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. Bryant around first, heading for second, and he'll make it in there with a two-out double.
This is quickly becoming a situation where you'd like your guy to hit the complete game, but once you get into that 115, 120 range, you have to be concerned.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far. Now here comes Bruce Bochy out of the Giants dugout on his way to the mound. And that'll signal the end for Johnny Cueto. So as he departs, he'll remain responsible for the man left aboard, but he cannot lose this one. Joaquin Rosales is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Joaquin Rosales.
Anthony Rizzo will be his first assignment upon entering, as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1.
Anxious moments all over the ballpark now. These folks can hardly bear to watch.
That evens it up 1-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Everything away here, and with pretty good reason.
Yeah, they'll say, left field, it's all yours. You want to beat us that way? Go ahead and do it.
And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Well, remember, you don't have to throw him a strike with first base open, but a walk would bring the go-ahead run to the plate.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And a big orange and black wave gets up now. 41,503 fans strong. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. He strikes him out to end it here, as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate, but could not cash in.
Oh, that is just straight gas on the final pitch. 100 miles an hour as he comes in to finish this one off.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair, as we get one last look at our final line score. And guys, if you're going to be successful in the postseason, as you know, you need players coming up big, and this guy certainly did that. He's our top player of the game.
And obviously, every game is so important in the postseason, but this was one they definitely needed, and he came up with a huge performance here.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Giants are victorious here, 2-0. So long from San Francisco.